Goodbye, brothers. Goodbye, friends. Pass around the bottle and let's say goodbye again. I won't miss you when I leave, 'cause part of you is always gonna be a part of me. And all the miles between us, like all the miles we've shared, will be like an illusion or a game. And when I'm drunk and singing, I will see you there, harmonizing like we did that night in Shadow Lane. Goodbye, brothers. Goodbye, friends. Pass around the bottle and let's say goodbye again. I won't miss you when I leave, 'cause part of you is always gonna be a part of me. We talked about your children and we talked about my wife, how strange it is to live this kind of life. We watched the country roll by, we drove from town to town, parked our trucks, pitched our tents, sold our souls around. Goodbye, brothers. Goodbye, friends. Pass around the bottle and let's say goodbye again. I won't miss you when I leave, 'cause part of you is always gonna be a part of me. And if our promised letters don't appear, we won't distress. I won't think about you any less. It only means the road has finally led us to our homes, and in our family's arms we will remember in our bones. Goodbye, brothers. Goodbye, friends. Pass around the bottle and let's say goodbye again. I won't miss you when I leave, 'cause part of you is always gonna be a part of me. Part of you is always gonna be a part of me. Part of you is always gonna be a part of me. All right. I don't want to be redundant, man, but I'm truly grateful. It's truly, it's just humbling and wonderful that all you guys are here and that you know so much of what I sing. It's sort of like you take your little bit of pain or your little bit of joy and you throw it out there, and then when a room full of people are singing it back, it feels so much more triumphant than that loss did. It's another song off of Loose Parts here. Amy told me to call anytime. I know it's late, but I'm not sleepy tonight. She might be resting, she might not be alone. I'm pacing, trying not to reach for the phone. Amy told me something I couldn't deny. She said, use your feet if your hands are tied. Amy told me she used to have friends who only use her as a means to an end. I started thinking that I was one too. I didn't say it, but I knew it was true. Amy told me something I couldn't deny. She said, use your feet if your hands are tied. I might not be afraid, I might not walk away. It's a big world and hearts get bought and sold. She shook her head at me. She said, just wait and see. I'm a big girl and you're just not that old. Amy told me, and it's hard to believe, she only hates it when she's having to leave. We lay in bed then, and what a surprise. I spent an hour looking into her eyes. Amy told me something before I told her goodbye. She said, use your feet if your hands are tied. She said, use your feet if your hands are tied. Use your feet if your hands are tied. Use your feet if your hands are tied. That's lovely, y'all. Very sweet. Now, seeing as I was all sweet just now, you might want to know how you get yourself in a predicament where you write so many broken-hearted songs. This one here is on these parts, and it might explain a few things to a few folks. The moon is high, and you are here. We'll make the whole world disappear. I'm kissing her, but I'm thinking of you. I might be drunk, but then again, I might be trying to pretend I'm kissing her, but I'm thinking of you. And then I started to lie, started believing that I'd walk away. I almost wanted to tell you, but there were no words fit to say. I might be drunk, but then again, I might be trying to pretend I'm kissing her, but I'm thinking of you. Anybody know how to whistle? Let's see if we can whistle. That's incredible. And I started to lie, started believing that I'd walk away. I almost wanted to tell you, but there were no words fit to say. The moon is high, and you are here. We'll make the whole world disappear. I'm kissing her, but I'm thinking of you. I'm kissing her, but I'm thinking of you. You guys are killing me, man. You know, if the audience were willing,
Yes?
my longest time I've ever played was 11 hours. It was at a house party in Long Island, and the audience didn't say the same. It was a house party, and so there was like the same, there was 15 people there constantly, but it was never the same 15 people. It did not deter me. I do love to sing and play, y'all. Bob Savoy's favorite song. If he were here tonight, I'd send it out to him. I send it out to him anyway, because his presence in the band made all the difference in us being a really wonderful band and staying together. I can see that I'm standing where the circle ends, and it seems I'm right back where I started. I keep thinking things will be simple again, and it's complicated where my heart is. I can't let go. No, I can't let go. There's no more we or us, I know, but I can't let go. Riding on the highway in the summer heat, well, the maps are out, my course is charted. I think all the time and feel dumber, you see, 'cause it's complicated where my heart is. I can't let go. No, I can't let go. There's no more we or us, I know, but I can't let go. I've been poor, I've cried through all my tissue, and winter is coming, so I better buy more. The cypress trunks on the spillway rise like a graveyard that the swamp has started. It was so clear when we said goodbye, but it's complicated. Where my heart is, I can't let go. No, I can't let go. There's no more we or us, I know, but I can't let go. No, I can't let go. There's no more we or us, I know, but I can't let go. That threw me now. I don't know what I want to do. That
illegal smile.
Wow. Okay. I got two requests right up front. This one here, I don't know how you know it, but eventually I hope to get it out on CD. And it's appropriate that we should do it now. It's a Mardi Gras kind of sort of song. A couple of Mardi Gras ago, had a couple of buddies in town, also in my single days. And no, I think I dragged my poor wife along for this one. My God. They were in town and they were all poor, out of work. And so we went down to the thrift stores where I like to do my Mardi Gras costume shopping. Judy's Cottage in the Maroney, by the way. And we all bought costumes except for this one buddy of mine who'd been out of work for a few weeks. And what little money he had drunk. So he was unshowered, unshaved, and hungover. And we all pitched in and bought him a $5 clown costume. It was pretty tattered and faded. And he was pretty frightening. In fact, he had one of those canes with the flowers, and a little kid came up and said, "Can I have a flower?" And he went, "No!" And the mommy grabbed the little kid and said, "Stay away from him. He's a nasty clown. He doesn't like the circus or smiling little kids. He hates it if you laugh at him. He keeps his heart well hid. He will not do a cartwheel, and if he's falling down, then he's probably drunk and needs a shave. He's the nasty, evil clown. The funny car gives him backaches. He hates big floppy shoes. A child cries, the other clowns sigh. Evil, is that you? Don't waste your breath to thank him. He'll smash ice cream on your head. He'd rather give out spankings to women in his bed. He breaks out wearing makeup. He'd rather wear a frown. Don't make him mad, he'll hurt your dad. He's the nasty, evil clown. The elephants and the sawdust, it all just makes him sneeze. A child cries, the other clowns sigh. Evil, stop that, please. He will not do a cartwheel, and if he's falling down, then he's probably drunk and needs a shave. He's the nasty, evil clown. Don't make him mad, he'll hurt your dad. He's the nasty, evil clown. He's the nasty, evil clown. On the slide whistle. The hate song's coming, but I gotta save it because it's hard to top. It's hard to top. I won't listen to him.
What?
This one's for all the sad, pathetic, drunk men who trashed a relationship, and for all the women who are glad to be rid of them. Distance between what we said and what we really meant was the distance between California and the Orient. Still I like to see her, to be in her company, and I like to kid myself that she was still in love with me. Sometimes when I'm laughing, I start listening to the world's most gifted actor, convincing all his friends how happy is the bachelor, how he is truly free. And then I buy another round and ask if she's still in love with me. Late at night when I'm alone and feeling like a bum, I lay in bed and I listen to the air-conditioned hum, and I wonder if she dreams about the way things used to be. And then I lie in bed and I wonder if she's still in love with me.
Louis Cathedral.
Cool, I'll do them both. I'm thankful for that, man.
It's here all night.
Well, I'm not here all night.
Hey, I don't have work tomorrow. Come on. Sonoma Valley.
Wow, how do people know these things? What's your request, troublemaker? What was it he wanted?
I said, put my own in a brain.
Okay, you got it. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. In my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel any riddle of any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. I would try to deserve you and be even worthier of you if I only had a brain. When a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle. Instead I'm torn apart, just because I'm presuming that I could be kinda human if I only had a heart. I'd be tender, I'd be gentle, and awful sentimental regarding love and art. I'd be friends with the sparrow and the boy who shoots the arrow if I only had a heart. Picture me a balcony, above the voice sings low. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? I'd hear a beat. How sweet just to register emotion, jealousy, devotion, and really feel the part. I'd stay young and chipper, and I'd lock it with a zipper if I only had a heart. It's tough, believe me, missy, when you're born to be a sissy without the feminine voice. I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the knife. There ain't no use denying, I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. I'd be tender as a gizzard, I'd be wise as a wizard, if I only had the knife. Okay, and somebody else had a call? Yes, that was the Cathedral. Looking to the east with just the winter in my arms, straining to see St. Louis Cathedral, lying in a bundle with a book to keep me warm. Somerset Mom made a fiery heater, sounds of icy splashing from the waterfall below, running from the gutter to St. Peter. It's not what you feel, it's what you know. Pigeons pecking pieces of a million broken dreams, fragile, shattered China doll face eaten, and all the homeless have a home in Jesus on Dauphine. Just behind the laundromat he keeps them, religiously frustrated with a vision in my head of having found salvation once in ice cream. It's not what you feel, it's what you know. Hiding by the hardest on a freezing afternoon, misty wind that keeps my memories turning, drunken ghosts dance beneath the crescent city moon, slaves are screaming and someone suffers burning, watching from the dampness as a street performer plays, an audience of one who lays there sleeping. It's not what you feel, it's what you know. It's not what you feel, it's what you know. It's not what you feel, it's what you know. Thanks, Sean. We have a conversation almost every night in a motel room across the telephone line. Well, I wanna hold you and I wish that I could. We got lucky tonight 'cause our connection was good. I count the white lines, I count the potholes. You're riding shotgun in my soul, shotgun in my soul. What do you say the teardrops I'm causing to fall, to drown me with when you collected them all? Well, dry your eyes, girl, I'm coming home soon. I wanna kiss you from the kitchen all the way to the bedroom. We'll count the time till I'm on the road and you're riding shotgun in my soul, shotgun in my soul. I swear I wanna be there, knowing you're in bed sleeping alone. Yes, I know it's not fair to have to say I love you all tires hiss and the highway winds, and the hours feel like they're forever in time. But don't be mad, I'm going fast as I can, and I won't see a thing till I can see you again. I felt like half till you made me whole, and you're riding shotgun in my soul, shotgun in my soul. Shotgun in my soul, shotgun in my soul, shotgun in my soul. Thanks, y'all. If y'all can't tell, I'm having a great time. You and me had a terrible fight over a couple of beers on a German night. Vienna was calling and Heidelberg was fading away. Even when it's ugly, loving is good. I wouldn't leave, did you think I could? Let's go to bed early, wake up and be in love all day. Vienna was big, the streets were hard. My feet felt flatter than a deck of cards we gave to my friend Charlie only yesterday. So we left that city of museums behind, headed for Venice and Italian wine. Stayed up all night so we could be in love all day. I thought I'd seen beauty in the castles and churches there, but none of them sights done to me like seeing you anywhere. Laughing at each other, we grabbed a train, headed for the mountains of Switzerland. It's a hell of a sight that none of my words convey. Now I don't know if I believe in God, but paradise is waiting even if he's not. We're on top of the world, but we can be in love all day. We're on top of the world, but we can be in love all day. So many choices. I worked for an organ grinder, I was his monkey till we had a falling out, and he bought him a donkey and he rode the sunset into Jerusalem. And every day since I've been chasing after him, and me with my poor blind hands feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Well, I just wanted to apologize, see, for getting so mad and for biting his knee. I just got so tired of dancing on a chain that I shaved my legs and I ran away. And me with my poor blind hands feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Well, I soon found out when I hit the street that talent and cool ain't things you can eat. Potential employers just couldn't care less that I was an artist, not some flea-ridden pest. And me with my poor blind hands feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Well, I got hungry and remembered the song that he used to crank with his organ strapped on. I tried a few dance steps, but they weren't the same without any tin cup, without any chain. And me with my poor blind hands feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Well, I tried to hide my fur with a suit, and I tried to stuff my tail in a boot, and I got me a job in even learn to say please, but lost it when they caught me swinging from trees. And me with my poor blind hands feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Well, just when I was convinced it couldn't get worse, this woman starts screaming that I stole her purse. I said, hey lady, listen, you gotta be wrong. This purse doesn't even go with what you have on. And me with my poor blind hand feeling for you. As you mercilessly wipe the dirt off my shoe and break the law by drinking my mama's own brew. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, home to the loved ones you left far away. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, lonely hitchhiker, hike home. He left in Kentucky, the mountains, his children and wife for a job in the new promised land. There's work in the oil rigs just south of New Orleans, so save every dollar you can. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, home to the loved ones you left far away. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, lonely hitchhiker, hike home. It's dirty and cold, and the hours go slow as he waits for a letter to brighten his day, and sends his reply that the postman delivers. Hey kids, did you grow much today? Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, home to the loved ones you left far away. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, lonely hitchhiker, hike home. I gave him a lift to the interstate junction. He told me his story, I told him my own. He offered me money, but I just shook his hand and said, lonely hitchhiker, hike home. Y'all sing it. Hitchhiker, hike home, your wife and your family, home to the loved ones you left far away. Hitchhiker, hike home, your wife and your family, hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, home to the loved ones you left far away. Hitchhiker, hike home to your wife and your family, lonely hitchhiker, hike home. Thank y'all very much. If we have a fight, if we say some ugly things, that don't mean you weren't right to say you'd wear my ring. If marriage is a life, then born again will take our turn. A husband and a wife who help each other learn. What I have to say is to be prepared for life to want to tear us apart, 'cause the world is gonna try and unwind our heart. And when we start to dance, I feel your legs against my legs. I'm 17 again, trembling and afraid. And when I feel your touch, then suddenly I'm somewhere else. If I give you chills and such, you give me chills yourself. What I have to say is to be prepared for life to wanna tear us apart, 'cause the world is gonna try and unwind our heart. Thanks, y'all. You left me cut and bleeding, dripping poison on my pleading, I don't mind. You never cut me with a knife, just the daggers of your eyes, and your tongue to my surprise was a razor in disguise, and I bandaged my fear with a picture of you wearing bones. Snickering, you verbalize the friends who will not compromise their names. For your screaming acid rain is a constant source of pain, which illuminates the stain of my flaccid web remains, while I bandage my fear with a picture of you wearing bones. Hiding in the contact of the concrete and the comfort of the crowd that the city still employs, along with cards, awesome noise, young chicken hawking boys that a businessman enjoys, while I bandage my fear with a picture of you wearing bones. Letting go my hatred, I don't see red when I see you anymore. 'Cause in my heart I wish you well, though my ego likes to tell all the people that I fell in your washy wishing well, while I bandage my fear with a picture of you wearing bones. Picture of you wearing bones. Picture of you wearing bones. Thanks, y'all. Fugaci's good. You guys know a lot of songs. This is cool, man. Now, how do y'all know so many of these? It's perplexing me. Call her Kathy, call her someone's wife. She's got two beautiful kids. She's in the middle of a good life. Say the world she loved come crashing down. She whispered up at the sky as she lay on the ground. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open world. Call him Eddie, call him someone's friend. He has his common sense, but no sense of direction. Say he gives himself a halfway point. He stops a moment to think, and then he lights up a joint. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open world. Up above you when you're feeling blue, do the stars in the heavens look confused to you? If you go into a desert night, it can make you feel alive, alive. Call it living, call it in and out. Let's say it's taking a breath and maybe having just a few doubts. Having questions, having answers too, don't matter nearly as much as having someone to love. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open. Tiny people with tiny problems on a tiny planet in a great wide open world. In a great wide open world. I'll see what I can do on that one. There's a song that my wife's father was a policeman in New Orleans for 30 years. And prior to meeting her, I always had trouble with the law, for one reason or another. But falling in love with her and him liking Elvis Presley kind of smoothed things over for me. When he retired, I wrote this song, and Griff helped me finish it off. It was on Are You With Me? It's called Peacemaker. 30 years of walking his feet, down and dirty from all that he's seen. Protect and serve and turn in your gun. Now your serving days are done. There goes a peacemaker. There goes a live wire. Here comes a peacemaker, an ex-policeman and a friend of mine. His whole life was never bringing it home. He dealt with murder and fear of his own. He worked out of love, he worked out of rage, getting shot at for minimum wage. There goes a peacemaker, there goes a live wire. Here comes a peacemaker, an ex-policeman and a friend of mine. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He clings to his wife and kids, revolver to reviver. He knows he's been teaching them that love creates survivors. Girl are seeing the world just like it's always meant to be done. She sees him and he sees her. All the rest is decoration. There goes a peacemaker. There goes a live wire. Here comes a peacemaker, an ex-policeman and a friend of mine. An ex-policeman and a friend of mine. An ex-policeman and a friend of mine. Oh, we're making this too easy on me. I'll do it, because you're the loudest one in the room. And do this one first for somebody who wasn't quite as loud. Oh, another night alone in bed. I wait in vain to hear the door. I pull a blanket up around my head, flat on my back again, I'm not really sure. Maria, 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 Maria. I stare into the darkening street, my face pressed up against the window screen. I'd hurry up and I would fall asleep if I thought she would be in my dreams. Maria, 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 Maria. I remember and it feels like yesterday. And I'll apologize for nothing anyway. get mean? Or did I hurt you with the things I'd say? Didn't you say stay or go, there's no in between? Did I say go while I was choking on stay? Maria, 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 Maria. You're not working for the man, you're gonna be working for Joe Black. Joe Black, when you gonna come on back? Joe Black, Joe Black, when you gonna come on back to the wife that you love, with the little baby sitting in her lap, and all the kids you said you had to have? They're growing tall, they're growing wild, they're growing up without Joe Black. Joe Black, when you gonna come on back? Joe Black, Joe Black, meaner every day, that's a fact. Why did he change? Was it the pain of carrying the world on his back? No one knew till it was too late. About the thing was growing silently inside his brain. Joe Black, Joe Black, when you gonna come on back? Joe Black, Joe Black, lying in the street on his back, with the blood from in his head and the poker money in his sack. That was gonna buy the Easter shoes for his family. Now they'll have to use it to bury him. Joe Black, Joe Black, when you gonna come on back? This is by former Governor Jimmy Davis. If you know it, sing it. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you would only do the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, that you'd never hurt me, that nothing else could come between. But now you've left me and love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Only in New Orleans can this many people sing in key. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
They were married. They were married.
I do a full set, but I only sing 2 songs, so it doesn't matter tomorrow. I'll be singing 2 songs tomorrow. I want to sing 150 tonight. Oh man, you've been requesting that one. I'm gonna see if I can't get back to that. There was an old woman who lived in a cake she bought 40 years back when she married. She had this belief that the good Lord would take all she got too weak to carry. She felt protected and safe in the arms of her husband, and together they'd go to the freezer to peek at their baked Lucky Charm and remember how long they were married. He had a job in a year, she a son. They went to church every Sunday. They had religion, so who needed fun? They knew they'd walk heavenward one day. Nights by the fire he'd say, what a day, and supper was perfect tonight. You think that was something, wait till you taste the cake. She laughed and was glad they were married. Now she's alone with her memory a slave to the girl she once was in her young day. She talks to her son and she visits the grave of her husband dead 10 years this Wednesday. She can't remember the wheres or the whys of what took her husband away. It's not so important to her how he died, she says, just that they were married. There was a girl uptown, she kept the lights down low. She kept her breast taped down so they did not show. She had a daytime job, she had a daytime name, but her nightlife, baby, was a different game. Never the kind to wear a thrift store dress, she did it better in a suit and vest. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. While I was checking her out, I saw she had no purse, and though I had my doubts, I knew I had done worse. She had a daytime job, she had a daytime name, but her nightlife, baby, was a different game. We kept drinking till we both got drunk, and then I started saying what I really thought. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She had muscles and a crew cut. She had shoes like mine. She had a way with a pool cue. She had a pickup line. I guess we closed that joint, and then she took me home and tried to make her point with a doggy bone. I knew that running was the thing to do, but stayed and finished till I saw it through. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman but dressed like a man. She looked like a woman, looked like a woman. Now she looked like a woman. Thanks. I'm gonna do a few more songs. I got a definite few in mind, and one of them is this one here. I was gonna do it anyway, and this fella's been asking for it. A quick story. My wife's father-in-law was 84 years old a few years ago, and had a massive stroke, and I didn't know him very well, but he asked to see me. And in our brief visit, he told me that he'd always wanted to be a musician, but his father made him go into the steel industry, and just wanted to say he was proud. Because of his stroke, he could hardly speak, and he was a very intelligent, very articulate man all of his life, and it angered him that he couldn't articulate what he wanted to say to me. And he was frustrated that he didn't leave enough for his wife and kids. And what I said to him was, Pukats, because that's what his grandkids called him. He was Hungarian, and that's Pukats is Hungarian for grandfather. I said, Pukats, my father died when I was 5, and had he left me $1 million, it wouldn't have bought me one more day with him. So you gave him 84 years. You watched your sons grow up to manhood. You watched your grandchildren grow up into adolescence, and that's a gift. And this is for anybody's Pukats out there that... That my body's letting me down. I wanted to leave with no regrets when forever I lay down. My son's a fine man, he loves his wife, he loves his daughters and his sons. I'm only mad 'cause though my body's old, inside I feel 21. Did I do enough? Hell, I don't know. But if family's what he learned from me, then when it's time with pride I go. I should have saved my money up years ago. I didn't try, 'cause I was young and full of beans. I thought I'd never die. I said, son, I wish there was something to leave to help with your boy and your girls. He said, Dad, you gave me my life and yours. I'm the wealthiest man in the world. Did I do enough? Hell, I don't know. But if love and respect is what he learned from me, then when it's time with pride I'll go. There goes my grandson. He looks like me. I can feel his strength when he shakes my hand. There's my granddaughters, pretty as can be, knowing what I've done in my day. Maybe I should warn them about man. Last night my son came to me. He said, Dad, there's one thing I need. I said, son, if it's in my power to give, take anything and more from me. He said, Dad, you've been as tough as a bar of iron your whole life. Don't give up on me now. Show my children and wife what an old-time fighter's like. Did I do enough? Hell, I don't know. But if patience and strength is what he learned from me, if love and respect is what he learned from me, if family's what he learned from me, then when it's time with a fight I'll go. Thanks, y'all. I used to be crazy, used to think maybe drinking by myself, working up a hard time. Used to be crazy, used to think maybe I used to be crazy. I used myself, working up a hard time. Used to be lonely, thinking of you only. I used to be lonely. Yeah, well, I used to be jealous. Yeah, well, I used to be crazy. Yeah, well, I used to be crazy. Yeah, I used to be jealous, maybe you could tell it. Drinking by myself, working up a hard time. Used to be jealous, maybe you could tell it. I used to be jealous. I used to be angry, didn't give a damn, yeah. Drinking by myself, working up a hard time. Used to be angry, didn't give a damn, yeah. I used to be angry. Yeah, well, I used to be jealous. Yeah, well, I used to be angry. Yeah, well, I used to be crazy. Yeah. I used to be crazy, used to think maybe drinking by myself, working up a hard time. Used to be crazy, used to think maybe I used to be crazy. Yeah, I used to be crazy. Yeah, I used to be. I've been kind of sprinkling the set tonight with songwriters that I like. And this song I've been loving lately, and I hadn't heard it in years, but it never escaped my memory. It's by a fellow named Jim Stafford. And when I was a little kid, I liked it. I didn't know why, and I grew up into adulthood and found a great affection for the song. And I hope you will too. The song called Wildwood Flower. Wildwood flower grew wild on the farm. We never knowed what it was called. Some said it was a flower, some said it was a weed. I didn't give it much thought. But one day I was out there talking to my brother, and I reached down for a weed to chew on. Well, things got fuzzy and things got blurry, and then everything was gone. I didn't know what happened, but it sure beat the hell out of sniffing burlap. Well, I come to when my brother was there, and he said, "What's wrong with your eyes?" I said, "I don't know, I was just chewing on a weed." He said, "Well, let me give it a try." We spent the rest of that day and most of that night trying to find my brother Bill. Caught up with him about 6 o'clock the next morning, naked, singing on a windmill. He said he flew up there. I had to fly up to get him down, and he was about half crazy. The very next day we picked a bunch of them weeds and we put them in the sun to dry. Then we mashed them up, cleaned them off, stuck them in a corncob pipe. Smoking them wildwood flowers got to be a habit. We never seen no harm. We thought it was kind of handy. Take a trip and never leave the farm. Big old puff of that wildwood flower, next thing you know you're just wandering around after the little animals. Well, all good things got to come to an end, and it's the same with the wildwood weed. Oh, I know it's the saddest part of the song, isn't it, Don? One day this fella from Washington come by, spied him, and turned white as a sheet. Well, he dug and he burned and he burned and he dug and he killed all our cute little weeds. We just smiled and waved, sitting there on that sack of seeds. Y'all come back now here.